MLB Network is your exclusive home for postseason baseball. It's on to Game 5 of the National League Championship Series between the Colorado Rockies and the Atlanta Braves. Hi again, everybody. Matt Vasgersian welcoming you to our exclusive postseason coverage on MLB Network. With me is Mark DeRosa and Dan Plesac. And Danny, this is still anyone's series here as we get ready for Game 5.
Well, they're down 3-1, so it's do or die time now. That's not a good place to be, obviously, but we do see some teams play their best when their backs are up against the ropes. The key is to just take it one game at a time and not worry about how many more wins you need.
The postseason is officially in full swing. Lineups and first pitch coming up next. Back now as we draw ever closer to first pitch. Let's listen in to public address announcer Mike Carlucci.
And now, your 2023 Atlanta Braves.
In now, Esteban Ruiz.
Leading off tonight for Colorado. Batting third, Catherine Wyatt Schmidt.
Comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Comes right after him with a fastball for a strike. Changeup gets him out in front for strike 2.
Obviously looking to pull the baseball right there, out in front on that off-speed pitch. This will be an interesting sequence right here to see if he slows him down even more or tries to run a heater by him.
And he'll lay out to make a spectacular catch. Wow. And he will scurry back to first as he'll think twice about trying to move up.
Great sliding catch right there, but that can be awful risky. If you flop that one and mess it up, that ball's going to the wall, and everybody's scoring. He secures the catch, and the runners have to stand pat.
Play ball.
Leading off for the Braves. Right.
First pitch of the at-bat.
Ronald Acosta.
Swung on and missed. Outclassed by that fastball for a strike. And here's a swing and a miss as he falls behind 0-2.
You know, if I'm the hitter right here, I'm like, okay, you want to come get some early in the count? I was about to wait you out, but now game on.
And a changeup swung on and missed for the first down.
Well, there's the great equalizer, the changeup, El Cambio. Listen, if you can keep that pitch in your back pocket and pull it out when you need it, like he did right there, usually hitters, they don't stand a chance.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Missed with a slider. Bases are empty, one man out. Ready to deal. Here's the 1-1. And this one's tapped foul at home plate. Looking for back-to-back Ks to start the game. This is on the ground over to first. Munkauskas is up with it, and he'll take it to the bag himself for the out. At the plate, Marcell Ozuna. No one aboard for him, and 2 gone here in the first. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. High in the air out towards shallow right. Hilliard is over, makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. So nothing happening this. So striding forward now, Jordan Luplow. He'll get us started. Now batting, Pee-wee Bones. He'll get to take his first cuts here.
Catcher, Pee-wee Bones.
Here's the first pitch to him. Turned on down the line. This gets foul. It's 0-1. Hard liner towards short. A leaping try, but it's out of his reach and into the outfield. And now he'll get into scoring position with 2 away.
Wow, I'm shocked he even pulled the trigger on that pitch. He might have been fooled right there, but he was able to keep his hands back and scramble a good pitch for a base hit.
Let's play ball. He's out.
Now in the box, Matt Olson. He's set to lead off the home half of the second.
Hey, we're still in the early stages in this one. They're only down by a couple of runs, but it's really key for this leadoff guy to try to get on and get a big inning started. Hey, this guy's having a big series in the postseason. It looks like to me that the moment isn't too big for him. He's slowing the game down. He looks terrific.
Yeah, absolutely. Postseason monster right here, having a huge series. Any big leaguer can have their moment mid-May, but to do it when it gets cold outside means everything.
Olson on at first, nobody out. Pulled high in the air out to left field. Luplow is there. Looks it into his glove, and there's one gone.
Batting fifth, center fielder.
First pitch on its way. Takes a fastball on the inside corner. Runners on first with 1 down. On its way, the 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss at the curveball, and there's your second out of the inning.
Well, that's just a quality pitch right there. The location was excellent because if it's put in play, there's a good chance it's on the ground for a double play. And, hey, a strikeout always works, too.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And that one just missed outside.
ball.
Missed with a breaking ball.
When hitters are able to lay off curveballs and get themselves into good counts because of it, you're in pretty big trouble as a pitcher. A lot of guys rely on their opponents offering at that pitch, even when it's not in a good location to hit.
Now the 2-1. Popped him up. McMahon has got it, and the side is retired. Braves strand one. They trail in this one.
Leading number, Colorado.
Stepping into the box, Wyatt Schmidt.
Captain, Wyatt.
Here's the first pitch to him. Oh, and he leaves another one over the plate, and this ball's driven to left. And for the third time tonight, he has served up a home run. A solo shot here to left, his fifth so far in this series, as the Rockies have taken a 4-0 lead.
Wow, nothing more demoralizing than giving up 3 home runs in the first 3 innings of a game. There's having a guy's number, and then there's absolutely owning him. This could be the latter.
The first baseman, number 6. Ryan Monkowski.
Leading off the inning, William Contreras, and they'll need him to get something going here.
Lots of baseball left in this one as we're still early on, but you don't want to fall too far behind. They're already down by a bundle, and one of the things you want your leadoff guy to get on and set the table for the big boys to start driving in some runs.
Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2. Sliced hard on the ground. And he'll step on first for the out. 3 unassisted.
Batting ninth.
Riding in, Spencer Schwabenland, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. Sent on the ground out to second. Rogers right there. And there's out number 2.
Now batting. Right.
Now to the plate, Ronald Acosta. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Started that swing a bit too early. 2 out, nobody on. Now that ball's hit well, deep down the left field line, headed toward the foul pole. And foul, though it had the home run distance. Looking to punch him out again, the pitch. Lifted in the air toward the line and right. But this will wind up being a foul ball. Here's another 0-2. And they'll try to tempt him with a curveball, but this bounces in front of the plate, and it's 1-2.
He's been pounding the zone with nothing but strikes, but that's an amazing take right there. You start getting into that auto swing mode when you think that guy's going to be around the zone.
The slider freezes him at the plate. A called third strike, and the inning comes to a close.
Down in order go the Braves. They're on the short end of a 4-0 score. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Ryan Mc...
Third baseman, number 24. Ryan.
Next to hit will be the pitcher, Pee-wee Bones. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here. First pitch of the at-bat. And it's belted high and deep into right center. Harris ranging back at the track. But he has no chance to make the play. It's off the wall. The runner from first crosses the plate. It's a 6-0 ball game. And he is in there with an RBI triple.
That could prove to be a big run in this one, guys.
Well, this triple brings in another run, and if they don't stop the bleeding quick and start answering back, they're going to have a hill too steep to climb.
Play ball.
Next to bat, Orlando Arcia. He starts the inning, and Dan, they're down 6 in the early going. So what do they need to do to claw back into this thing?
Well, first of all, Matt, I think they need to start to get some base runners. It's hard to be patient when you're down by 6, but base runners are the key to getting back into this one.
A swinging strike, and now it's 0-2. Hit on the ground to third. And a good throw gets him 1 gone.
The left fielder, number 20.
Here's Marcelo Zuna. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Here's the first pitch to him. Fastball off the plate away. It's ball 1. Oh, much too tardy on the fastball. 1-1. Well, as demonstrated there, that's a tough pitch to do anything with.
Yeah, good luck. But hey, a high fastball all of a sudden becomes really dangerous for a pitcher if it's not spotted above the zone. A little height difference makes all the difference.
And the slider gets him swinging. 2 gone. Another strikeout for him on the mound, and boy, is it fun to watch him go about his business.
No doubt, Matty. He's one of my favorites, mostly because of his stuff. You know, he can absolutely dominate on any given day because of what he offers up there. It's just nasty. There aren't many hitters that like to see this guy on the mound.
That'll bring up the power hitter, Matt Olson. Up and in here as he had to bend out of danger. And a fastball just a bit up.
That's a good job right there. You very rarely see pitchers double up where they go a pitch inside. Normally they'll go back outside, but he followed that up with another pitch on the inside part of the plate.
Takes a knee-high fastball.
That's why this guy is great. Never misses over the heart of the plate. He's got electric stuff, but pinpoint control to all 4 quadrants.
Swung on in the dirt for the 3rd strike. The throw to first is in time, and the inning is over. Nothing across here this half of the inning. We played 4 full. It's the Rockies 6 and the Braves nothing. Stepping up now, Wyatt Schmidt.
And that last at bat when he went deep, he turned around a pretty good fastball. So I'm kind of thinking this guy's a good fastball hitter. So I might want to move that ball up and down and in and out and try not to throw it right down the middle of the plate.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Smoked on the ground up the middle. That gets through, and he'll reach base again on his second base hit of the game. So that puts the Rockies leadoff hitter aboard to start the inning. Here comes the Braves manager out as he'll take that slow walk toward the mound. And he's going to motion for his bullpen here. That'll do it for the starter tonight. So he'll depart after working just 4+ innings, as this will not go down as a quality start, that's for sure. Troy Townsend gets the call to pitch here, and he'll try to sort this mess out.
Troy Townsend. Leading off for the Braves, second baseman, Ozzie.
Now here's the pitch. In there, strike one.
0-1.
In there, strike two.
Sort of surprising to see a 5-hole hitter take 2 in a row for strikes to start an at bat. Now he's way behind the count, so we'll see if he can battle back.
Broken bat as this ball's hit on the ground. And they will not get him at first as he's able to leg out the throw.
I know that has to be frustrating from a pitcher's standpoint. But nice execution, nice hustle. Bottom line, nice hustle. Pitcher's still one good pitch away from getting a double play.
You know, D-Row, one of the things you want to do is make quality pitches as a pitcher. And there's not much you can do right there. You make a pretty good pitch, and the next thing you know, you have a leadoff single on an infield ground ball.
But he's safe at first as he gets back in time. Now the 1-1 pitch. Fouled away. And he takes strike 3 called on the fastball. 1 gone.
Now batting, third baseman.
Digging in now, Austin Riley comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. First delivery to him on the way. First pitch is a curveball that's inside, 1-0. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0. Ready with the 2-0. A changeup that catches the corner for strike 1.
Love the pitch call there. 2-0. You know the guy's geared up for a fastball, and you drop a changeup in the zone. That's going to be a tough pitch to handle.
3-1 to him now. Looking to fade his first walk. Here it comes. Swing and a flare hit toward right. Hilliard sprinting after it. He tracks it down and makes the play to record the second out. The next to bat for Atlanta, William Contreras. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. Here's the first pitch to him. A swing and a miss at the big curveball.
You know, they finally get the leadoff runner on. It would be sad to watch him waste this opportunity. Somebody's got to come through with a base hit.
Here's a late swing and a miss, strike 2.
Hey, this offense needs to check themselves right now. They have to find a way to get somebody on base and get this guy out of the stretch and make him a little bit uncomfortable. I mean, they're one strike away from being shut out through 5.
1 ball and 2 strikes to count. The 1-2. Popped him up. McMahon in foul ground. And, oh, this one drops. The next 1-2 pitch. And he'll just get a piece here as this is chopped foul at home plate. The 1-2 is a swing and a miss. That's strike 3. 1 left for Atlanta. They won't make a dent in a 6-0 deficit. Trying to pick things up where we left off. Pee-wee Bones already 2 for 2. He'll look to add on right here. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Out in front as this is pulled foul into the seats. The windup and the 0-1. Swing and a drive to right. There it goes. And it's gone as they add still another. A solo shot here to straightaway right field. His first homer here in the series as this lead swells to 7-0. These guys are really putting on a show here. That dinger brings the total up to 5 for the game so far. Amazing stuff today, guys.
Yeah, Matty V. How about this, D-World? You come to watch offense, you pick the right game to come and see.
5 bombs from one team. Everybody in the lineup. They're making fun right now of the guys who don't have a homer in this one.
Nope. Balls and a strike.
Let's play ball. Ball 4. Take the base.
Coming to the plate now, Wyatt Schmidt. 1 in, 1 out, and 1 on here in the inning.
Schmidt.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Pitch is a cold strike. The throw way late, and he's in there easily at second.
Some managers treat the postseason as a time to be aggressive, and that's exactly the case here. They had the speed burner on the move, and it worked out nicely for them. Just got to drive him in now.
A big uppercut there as he popped this straight up. Riley is under it. 2 gone.
I'm sure his eyes lit up when he saw that curveball hanging in the zone, but maybe...
Guadalupe Benitez is going to come off the bench as he'll be asked to lead off the bottom of inning number 6. And that's by him. It's 0-1. Benitez, a 25-year-old who was selected in the first round during the first-year player draft of 2018.
Yeah, Matty, they certainly got it right when they drafted this guy. He has turned himself into an absolute superstar. Everybody knows this guy's name, and kids are buying his jerseys.
And a changeup that just about got away from him there as that ran in a bit too far.
I always say hitting's a process of elimination at the plate. I think he could go ahead and eliminate changeup. 2 in a row back-to-back. I don't think there'll be a third.
A little bouncer. Here he comes again, 1-2. And he struck him out, and that's 8 strikeouts thus far.
He's just ringing up strikeouts left and right. But what's really impressive to me, he hasn't walked anyone either. He's just pounding the zone. His stuff is dirty today.
Into the box, Ronald Acosta. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1. No hits to this point. Two and one.
We've seen him go down on strikes more than once in this game, so this has been a better approach by him at this at-bat. Much more patient, and he's gotten himself into a good hitter's count.
Popped him up. Rogers ranges back, and he has it for route number 2. Now at the plate, Orlando Arcia. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far. First pitch of the at-bat. Checks his swing, but this pitch is right there for strike 1. No runs, 2 hits, and no errors so far for Atlanta. Hit hard on the ground to the right. And this will get through into right, and he's aboard with a single.
Hey, not a bad pitch right there. Off-speed pitch down in the zone. You thought he would set that up pretty well. The previous pitch was a real good fastball up.
Yeah, I think the hitter was sitting all over that one, Dan. I really do. He saw that fastball up for show. I think he thought to himself, here comes the off-speed.
Here's one that misses high. It's 1-1.
He's obviously been very impressive on the mound in this one, and I think the big reason why is his ability to stay out of the middle of the zone.
Well, the play's been made, and that retires the side. Drew Smiley enters now in a mop-up role as he'll try to keep the
Number 18, Drew Smiley.
Stepping in, Matt Olson. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Starting to run out of time. They haven't been able to score any runs as we're moving late into this one. A perfect time for this leadoff guy to try to get on base and ignite a rally.
A ball and a strike now to the Braves' first baseman.
1-1.
A ball and 2 strikes.
I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's his windup. I don't know if it's just flat stuff. But he's getting a lot of swings outside the zone, and he's having a big game.
Little dribbler up the first baseline. And the throw gets him as he takes away a hit that time.
Boy, I'll tell you, the defense has been stellar all night long. They've got the shutout working, and there's another super play to rob them of a hit.
And that'll bring in the former top prospect, Ozzie Albies. As he takes a cold strike at the knees, it's 0-1. 1 for 2 in the ball game thus far. Big swing and a miss at the fastball, and he's behind in the count 0-2.
Well, he got the leadoff guy in inning on a ground out, and now he's 0-2 to start this at bat. He looks really sharp so far to start the 7th.
The next 0-2 is at the knees and called strike 3.
Flat out locked him up with the changeup right there. Usually you're trying for a swing and miss when you throw that pitch in a 2-strike count, but clearly he wasn't looking for it, so it's a backwards K for him.
Striding in once again, Michael Harris. He got called out on strikes his last time through. And this pitch is taken on the inner half for strike 1.
I like that he used the curveball to get ahead there. That's a tough pitch to hit in this lefty-lefty matchup. So if you can get it over the plate on the first pitch, it can be pretty effective.
And it's fouled away. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And he will strike him out. 10 now in the ball game, and the inning is over. In now for Colorado, Pee-wee Bones. 4th plate appearance for him tonight, and why not? He's been in control all game long.
And in that last at bat, it makes you think this guy.
A swing and a shot hit down the corner. But it bends just foul into the second deck. With this one almost in the books, the story was clearly the long ball. What are your thoughts on this offense, fellas?
Well, Matty V, I don't know what your thoughts are, D-Roll, but boy, when the weather starts to warm up and the ball starts jumping out like this, it's clear that the pitchers need to start making better pitches.
Yeah, just great approach. No one really chased today. Really stayed staunch on their ability to get that pitcher to come into the heart of the plate. They did damage with it.
Wow, have a day. He's just completed the cycle, folks.
Wow, one of the toughest things to do in baseball, right? Hit for the cycle in one game, single, double, triple, homer.
Play ball.
Now at the plate, Wyatt Schmidt. He's 2 for 4 in the ball game.
Wyatt Schmidt.
Smiley steps into the windup. Here's the first pitch. Swing, high drive, left field and deep. Definitely had the distance, but it winds up a foul ball. The windup and the 0-1. Breaking ball in for a strike.
0-2.
Line drive to center field. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit.
Dan, count goes out the window with this batter right here. It doesn't matter if it's 0-2, 2-0. He's locked.
He has great bat-to-ball skills. There are some guys that just have a knack, D-Row, of being able to get the barrel of the ball.
Play ball.
So coming to the plate, Austin Riley. We're in the 8th now, and nothing's changed out there on the mound.
Well, I've been very impressed with how this starter's going about his business, Matt. He's looked really sharp, and it's hard to know if it's had any effect, but getting that early lead from his offense could have really helped settle him in.
Here it comes, 0-2. And he struck him out. Strikeout number 11 in the ball game.
He's been in total control out there tonight. Gets the leadoff guy with a strikeout there, and it just seems like we've seen so many off-balance swings and weakly hit balls in this one.
Ready for another shot now, William Contreras. It's been an 0 for 2 effort for him to this point. No runs, 3 hits, and no errors so far for Atlanta. Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Way in front of that fastball.
12, 1 ball, 2 strikes.
And he's just rolling right now, and even dozen strikeouts for him in the ballgame.
That was aggressive pitching in that at bat, and I like seeing that. He showed all hard stuff until the 5th and final pitch for the strikeout. When you work off your hard stuff, it really opens up your secondary pitches to be more deceptive.
0-1 the count. 2 out, nobody on. Off the plate and in. It's a ball and a strike. And it's 1-2.
So far, this has been a terrific outing for this guy. Throwing well, keeping his pitches to a minimum, locating his fastball to both sides of the plate.
Got him looking, and that'll do it. The inning is over. 3 up, 3 down, 3 strikeouts. Not back here in the Atlanta metro area on MLB Network, set to go in the 9th from SunTrust Park. Tyler Master.
Number 68, Tyler Master.
Striding in and working on.
Now batting, Edward Pee-wee from.
He's set. Here it comes. This is line to left. Ozuna is in his tracks now as he makes the catch for out number 2.
The center field for number 1, Esteban Ruiz.
Now at the plate.
Leading off for the Braves, right fielder, Ronald.
Nick Aragon takes the ball now in inning number 9, looking to close the door.
Number 0, Nick Aragon.
Here's the first pitch. Here's a strike. Struck him out. Struck him out again, I should say. His 3rd punch out of the game.
It's been a rough game for him at the plate. Couldn't get the bat off his shoulder right there, and he struck out twice before that one. So he's going to have a lot to think about when he leaves the ballpark tonight.
1 out, nobody on. Right there, and it's quickly 0-2 now.
Great spot with that pitch down and away. He'll be fine coming out of the bullpen in this one if he can keep hitting that spot.
Tried to get him to go after one below the knees, but it's 1-2. Ready with another 2-strike offering. And this one's chopped foul right at home plate. Ready with another 2-strike offering. And he strikes him out as well. So make it back-to-back punch-outs here to the first 2 men he faces out of the bullpen.
No problems for him on the mound since he's come out of the pen to start this inning. That's back-to-back Ks, and he's making it look pretty easy. This has the makings of a good outing so far.
Now at the plate, Marcell Ozuna. And their season hangs in the balance here as they're down to their final out.
Hey, that was a nasty pitch right there. It's the depth of his sinker. Sometimes it's a matter of whether or not it's moving east-west, but that one right there had such good downward action. Great pitch.
Good pitch as this is swung on and missed, and now they're down to perhaps their final strike of the evening. Final strike for the Braves. And let the mile-high festivities begin. The Rockies are headed to the World Series.
Well, they've taken care of business all season long, and tonight was no exception. They've proven to be the best team in the National League. Now it's time to see if they can become the best in the entire game. Celebrate tonight, and the World Series is next. Congrats to the NL champs.
Well, we watched a really solid starting pitching performance, kept the opposition at bay, and as a result, he's our top player of the game.
Yeah, he was outstanding. Swing and miss stuff on the mound in this one, as evidenced by all the strikeouts he racked up. That's dominant pitching, and he really took control of this game.
For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, and our excellent crew, this is Matt Vasgersian saying so long. You've been watching the National League Championship Series.
The final line score for our ball game tonight for the victorious Rockies. 10 runs, 15.
Welcome to the show, baseball fans. Here's what's going on in the baseball world on this October morning. In Game 6 of the American League Championship Series, the Indians knocked out 12 hits as a team as they beat the visiting Red Sox, clinching the American League pennant. They will represent the AL in the World Series starting in a couple of days. And that'll do it for today's postseason recap. We'll talk to you tomorrow.